Oh my gosh, I'm back. Oh, okay. Um, a lot's happened. Um, I've committed to my school. I'm gonna play basketball. Blazer Nation, Valdosta State. That happened. You already know I got into University of Florida for physics. Um, and I'm building a cyberdeck. That's what this is. My name is Aspen Johnson. I'm a data science major at Valdosta State, although I might switch over to engineering technology. Um, and I'm minoring in physics and math. And right now I'm really interested in hardware and software, so we're gonna build a cyberdeck for my summer project. We're gonna build a cyberdeck. That's like the actually I lied. I think a cyberdeck will probably be my end of the year project. I think that's what I said. We're gonna build a cell phone, but we're really just gonna modify it. I don't know if you've ever seen Marcin Plaza's video on YouTube, but he basically built. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. All right. He basically built a phone. If I can draw it from the side angle, that has this. Let me get my 3 dimensions right, and then it has this kind of doohickey mechanism like this, and then it's attached to, dang, how does it go? I just watched the video this morning. And then it's attached to this like bottom piece like this. Dang, I have to go look at it. I think it's something like this. My proportions are horrid, but it looks like something like this. And then when you flip it open, it ends up being like this. Wow, this thing is about as thick as SpongeBob. My gosh. I've done better drawings for sure, but basically, and then the hinges are now extended like this on both sides. There's hinges on both sides, so I'm gonna go like this. And then he also put like a MagSafe in the back, and I think that's what caused for him to have to create like this whole PCB thing, and that's what I don't want to do. I keep forgetting where the camera's at. I'm so used to you guys being like right here. But, and he used a Samsung, I don't even, why are we writing that? He used a Samsung Galaxy Flip. So, a lot of stuff to be done. But that's the goal. That's what we're trying to accomplish here. First things first, I'm also gonna make this into a YouTube video. It'll be like my first ever like for real YouTube video. So this is also gonna serve as like me being able to document stuff pretty fluidly. I'm kind of shy, so I'm not really crazy about like setting up a computer for real or setting up a camera. So I'm just gonna take my webcam with me. I move in to campus very soon, and so I'm not crazy about having like my phone camera, stuff like that. So I'm just gonna take this camera, and I'm gonna take like the USB-C dock and then just plug it into my Mac, and then whenever I'm about to work at a workstation or in the fab lab or fabrication lab or the engineering department, I'll just like stream it, and then that way it's so much easier for me to like go back and just clip it, rather than like being like, oh, I just did this, let me film it. I feel like it'll just be a lot better if I don't worry about filming things, because things are just being filmed. Track with me. So first things first, I have to learn about PCBs, electronics, and anything else electronics. 2, I need to learn about hardware. And I think this is going to be the most interesting. Oh, wait, hardware. And I got to learn CAD. This thing you see on my screen is literally a sample from Fusion 360. It's just clickbait. Got you. But I've been looking at this just to like play around with like the controls. I'm interested to see, I'm not going to lie, how this does because I'm running OBS, Fusion 360, and like 10 Google Chrome tab. Look at that slow performance. My freaking computer is about to have a heart attack. She's one away. She's one away right now. One breath away. And so I really just wanted to play with the controls and stuff, and I really, really like Fusion 360. How am I going to learn all of this? Books. I've got some great books. And then I know they have a library. The one book I do want to get for like deeper context is The Art of Electronics, but I have practical electronics for inventors, something like that, and I think that book's a really good segue. And then I got this basic electronics and theory book from my local library, which I will have to return in very, very soon. But I got this. So, and this has been pretty good. I think, in my opinion, that has been better than a lot of the For Dummies book series that I've read on the topic. In addition to all of this, I have also... Why am I holding this? But where else will I? It's fine. Watch this. Okay. You can still hear me. Fire. In addition to all of this, I recently got this notebook, and this is where I'm going to be keeping all of the files, everything like that. I've already started this is so fun. I've already started. This is where I'm going to keep all my files, all my workings and stuff like that. Why am I doing this? Why am I going to put myself through pain and suffering for no compensation? I'm just kidding. I'm actually doing this because Marcin Plaza, I hope I'm saying his name right, MP, I'm just going to call him MP. MP didn't release any of his files for good reason. He said that, he didn't want the phone itself to end up being commercialized and so he didn't release any of those files, and so I thought that the process was pretty simple enough watching the YouTube video, and I was like, okay, if I just learn this, and this, then I can be able to do it myself. And that was pretty much it. That was my motivation, and it just looked really cool when I saw it for the first time, and I was like, oh, I would love to be able to do that. And I feel like now I still don't have the technical expertise I had then, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like I have more confidence in myself to be able to try and pull this thing off. For his... Hold on, I'm just going to put this down. And I'm using a lot of Udemy courses. So we're going to be doing... I was doing math, but we're not going to do math anymore. Sorry, not sorry. Because that's the whole point of like this thing, cyberdeck, right? So I'm going to actually be going back and forth between Crash Course Electronics and PCB Design and Fusion 360 for beginners. We're going to be going back and forth between those. In subsequent streams, when I just do the regular thing, I will be doing this theoretical classical mechanics and complete. This is going to be a crazy summer, but we're going to get it done. But now I'm going to show you the phone itself and what it looks like. This is the phone. It's actually insane. It's actually insane. It's amazing. And I think he put a MagSafe on the back. Does the MagSafe work? I'm not sure. But he uses a BlackBerry keyboard, which is great because I've got 3 different versions of Blackberries. Or Blackberry, Samsung, and similar keyboards, which is amazeballs. I don't have to purchase one. But if any of these fall through, then it's fine. I think the keyboard themselves is like $1. I'm really looking at this one though. I think I'm gonna go with this keyboard just because these keys kind of protrude out on both of these, and I wonder if that means I'll have to create like an outer case. Oh, I'm so sorry that you just had to hear that. Oh, I know that just shit on your ears. I'm worried about having to create the outer casing that the buttons push through. But we'll see. I actually just ordered I have a screwdriver kit, but the kit that you need for phones is a specific type of screwdriver kit. So I just ordered that yesterday. It's gonna be here today. The goal is to stream my progress on this every day again, and then that way, hopefully it really helps when I go to make this video. I don't have to search for content. The content is the stream, and of course I will like film and stuff. Big shout out to VSU and their engineering department and allowing me to do this, because I don't know how to solder. Sorry. I don't know how, that probably showed you I don't. And I also have to get a Samsung Galaxy Flip. So yeah, but here's what I'm thinking. So for this cyberdeck, well, I'll show it later. I'll put that in the video. But that's basically it. So now I'm just gonna go through and start hold on, let me see. I had to create a plan for this because I was like, what the frick am I gonna do? I probably have about an hour to get whatever I'm gonna get done. I kind of procrastinated on whether I was actually gonna like stream all of this or not. So we're gonna I'm actually gonna start this because I was just fooling around in here, and it actually didn't seem too difficult when I was fooling around. The hardest thing, I kid you not, was trying to get the mouse controls. It was low-key pissing me off. Oh wait. I'm not used to like clicking the middle mouse button to move or do anything, like, ever. And then to like select, I'm just not used to like any of this. This is very new to me. But I'm starting to get the hang of it. It's interesting, I'm not gonna lie to you though. This is gonna be fun for all the wrong reasons, for sure. Alright, let's begin. Just a quick question. If I show this, what happens? That's basically like showing the whole course, right? That's illegal, right? Right. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to let's do something like this. Let me move this. I'll just show the notes that I write rather than like the course itself, just out of respect for the author of this course. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully this doesn't fall, because that would suck. Alright. Now, how do I make sure you can't hear it?
Congratulations.
Yep, that's a problem. Well, I guess you have to put your own music on, Buster. That sucks. Alright. Okay. Um, okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show like what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna put the, where is it at? The course over here to the left. But I'll still show what I'm doing. Because I think it's good for me to like practice this stuff too. And I also need to change my settings. My preferences to Fusion 360. I think I have it in SolidWorks, yeah. Change it to Fusion, which is fine. Okay. Right now we're talking about panning. So I'm just gonna look at some random stuff here. Or just look at a random project and work on it. No, I lied, I don't wanna look at a fidget spinner. I lucky want to look at something cool though. That's why I kept going to the that's why I kept doing the keyboard. The keyboard was just so cool to me. I really hope my freaking computer doesn't blow up. I hear it. She's running like a freaking 4x4. My gosh. Oh my lord. Wow. Alright, but I don't know what any of this is. That's so funny. Yeah, sure. We'll go with this. I have no clue what any of this is, by the way. Milling. There's also like a local CNC machining and welding company near my school, like not even 5 minutes away. I'm gonna see if they'll let me come in there and frick around. All right, continuing forward. Hold on, let me mute this. Alright, that's it. Now I gotta go. So, probably do this again later. But, yeah, this will kind of be the new norm. So...